The next thing we'll discuss is the support that government is providing to businesses through loan and credit changes. So this first thing we're going to talk about is pretty amazing. I haven't actually seen anything like this before, and it's a little bit impressive, but we'll see how it goes. So basically what happens is if you're a small, medium enterprise with a turnover less than $50 million, you will be able to apply for an unsecured loan of $250,000, and the government will go guarantor for at least half of it. These loans do not need to be asset backed. They are loans of a 3-year period with an initial 6 months of no repayments. And they're going to be in the government is encouraging the lenders to provide it as a line of credit type of facility. So you will only pay interest if you actually need to dip into it. And so that's a pretty amazing product that the government's offering. And they're saying that the scheme, which is called the Coronavirus SME Guarantee Scheme, will be available from early April. The second part of the support the government's providing in this area is removing some of the red tape, bureaucracy, and the hoops that you have to jump through in order to get a loan. Basically what they're saying is as long as the loan is for a business purpose, that it might be for new credit or increased credit limits or credit variations and restructures, the responsible lending rules do not apply to an existing customer. So if you already have a loan with, say, for example, the National Bank, you could go back to the National Bank and you don't have to jump through all the hoops you would normally have to jump through to get finance. So the what they call responsible lending obligations are going to be temporarily suspended for existing customers. So there is also a couple of things that the government is doing with regards to Reserve Bank and banking regulations, in addition to the ones we just talked about. The Reserve Bank has created a fund of $90 billion, which it will make available to the banks at a cost to the bank of 0.25%, and they can use that to lend out for any business purpose to support them and so forth. The other thing the Reserve Bank has done is drop the cash rate to 0.25%, which is super, super low. It basically means that people can get, when I say people, I mean banks. Banks and lending institutions can get a hold of money at a very, very cheap rate. The other thing that the government is doing is through the Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, they're relaxing the rules when it comes to how much cash and cash to equity ratios that the banks need to have. It's a very complicated thing, but basically they're freeing up the banks to lend more money out than it otherwise would be allowed to under the banking rules and regulations. So all of these things are designed to make money available to business, to make it cheaper to business, and to relax and reduce, if you like, the hoops and regulations that we've got to go through normally to get a loan. So all designed to make it faster, easier and cheaper for businesses to get a hold of some funding to support them through their difficult period.